Hey everybody, JR Spicci here with another box break video, and today we are going to be opening the second box of 1990 Leaf that I promised in the other video where I did 90 Leaf. But first, let's take a look at this 1996 July Beckett with Mike Piazza on the cover and see what these things are selling for. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. 1990 Leaf. Let's not damage the Beckett too much because I like them, even though they're really not worth anything. Okay, so 90 Leaf, number 265 and down. So let's see. So back in 96, there was a very small list of what was worth something compared to the Series 1 list. But we got the Nolan Ryan no-hit king. David Justice rookie, Edgar Martinez was $250. Frank Thomas, $85. That's big money. Let's see. Larry Walker rookie. Dante Bichette second year card. Bernard Gilkey rookie. Ron Gant, $1.50. Dave Winfield. Let's see. Carlos Baerga rookie, $15. Carlos Andres Galarraga. Alright, Steve Avery second year, Randy Johnson second year, Chris Hoyles. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah, Baerga, he had a pretty good long career. See, Bernard Gilkey, I think he was I don't know, maybe he wasn't. I was thinking he was a two-sport athlete. I almost think he was a two-sport. I don't know. Anyways, I can't remember. Justice had a good long career. So we'll look for, Walker rookies. The Dave Justice would grab that. Nolan Ryan. I'm just looking for cards to get graded. And any Hall of Famers that are centered. Because remember, in this product, the Johnson will get for sure. In this product, it is so tough, guys. The centering. And it's the top to bottom centering. That's the worst. So I got several of these boxes. I got several of every box I open. But I don't like to open them all. I just open up one here and there. I picked this one up at the Long Beach Expo, which it used to be like a West Coast National, but it's kind of it's still the biggest coin show in the world. It was coins and cards, but now the card section is kind of getting smaller. Anyways, long story short, I picked the Series 1 and Series 2 box up there, and so I figured I got them here. They're not in storage. I'll just do a video on them. I started off today doing a video on my 93 Upper Deck box looking for Jeter rookies, and unfortunately, if you guys seen the other video, they weren't sticking in the other video. Unfortunately, in this video, they are sticking. So I opened 2 packs and I quit that video real quick, and I'm trying a couple tricks. I know the freezer trick, and I heard about a blow dryer trick or a heat gun trick to try to get them to unstick without losing cardstock. So I got 1 pack in the freezer now. I'm going to leave it in there for probably 4 hours, and then I'm going to check it. And if that doesn't work, I'll leave one in there for longer, maybe overnight, and check it. If that doesn't work, I'll try the heat gun. If that doesn't work, I'll just open them all nice and careful and try to, and just hope that I don't lose cardstock on the Jeter card. So I'd like to get other cards graded from that set too, but like the Ripkins, Ryan, I mean, whatever stars are in it. But I can't do it if there's cardstock missing. There's Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. So what you're looking for on this one right here for grading is, I'll show you here sideways. Okay, so the border, the centering, the border on top to bottom is going to be starts below the name. Okay, so you can see this is much smaller than this. Okay, you're looking at probably close to 70-30 on this one, top to bottom. Left to right looks pretty good, and they usually look pretty good left to right. I mean, left to right's off a little bit, a little fatter on the left than the right. So they usually look good left to right, these 90 Leaf. But the biggest problem is that top to bottom centering. So if I sent this card in to get graded, it's going to come back no better than an 8 guaranteed because of that centering, even if the rest of the card is perfect. Keith Hernandez, old Matt, love the guy, met him, have good stories to tell about him. If anybody wants to hear any of my baseball stories, I'd be glad to tell you. Jose Alferman rookie, but look at that centering, top to bottom, just horrible. I mean, every one of these cards in this pack is horribly centered. So That's what you're looking for on these cards. I don't see too many print dots and stuff like that. Well, it doesn't mean that there's not. There could be fish eyes on them, and if you don't know what a fish eye is, it's kind of like that little weird orby circle. It's just a printing defect. But these cards were pretty well done. I saved the puzzles over there. I made a puzzle out of the last one. Okay, so this one looks a little bit better. You see how this one here, the centering on the bottom of the name is quite a bit better. Is very close to the centering top to bottom. And left to right's not bad. Slightly off left to right, but it's okay. Oh, another big stud for Chicago. You're looking for Frank Thomas, Sammy Sosa, and Carlos Martinez. Looks like he could be one of the two in this whole entire set. But in this set, we're looking for the Frank Thomas. There's a decent Dave Winfield. He might be a slab candidate. So we'll pull him out, and I'll take a look afterwards a little closer and see who's worth getting graded. I got bad stories to tell about that guy. Back in my autograph days when I was hounding guys for autograph. I say hounding, I don't mean like I was never annoying, but they just call people who go around trying to get autographs, they call it autograph hounding. And I was always nice. I just asked, hey, do you mind signing? And if they said no, okay. I wouldn't bug them. The only thing that would ever really bother me is if I got ignored. You know, if you're asking someone for an autograph and I mean, just say no to me. It's cool, man. You want to say no? Say no. Don't ignore me. That's just disrespectful. You're just another human being. You're not like, you know, a god or something. You know, I mean, we should all respect each other. And nice Randy Johnson, but just slightly off top to bottom, unfortunately. You know, we're all human beings. You know, if you ask me for the time or whatever, I'm not going to ignore you. Whether you're a baseball player or you're a homeless guy, you know, I mean, whatever. You know, if you're hit rock bottom or if you're on top of the world for yourself, I'm not gonna ignore anybody ever. I'm gonna help out everybody however they need it. Felix Jose, he was a big stud back in the day. Joe Carter, some good ball players. Terry Leach, nice guy. He's on the '86 World Series team. Magadan, love him. I used to pretend I was Dave Magadan in my backyard when I was hitting. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going a little slow, guys. These packs are just so tough to open. There we go. I think it's a Yogi Berra puzzle this time. All right, Deion Sanders, second year. That's a decent one to get graded, but it's got a big ding right here on the edge. You see that? Yeah, you see it right there. Right there. So we won't be getting that one graded. Al Newman, I always looked at the back of his cards, and I just always remember him having one home run in his career. Right there. One home run in his professional career, anyways. Hit it with the Expos in '86. Wally Backman, another fun, down and dirty, gritty Met. Tim Tuffle, like Tim Tuffle a lot back in the day. Dante Bichette, second year. He was a stud, man. Everyone's looking at his son and saying, oh, Bo Bichette, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? His dad could rake, dude. He hit some bombs. He was a great home run hitter. Lots of power. A talented man. Talented ball player. Quiet, you know. Spent a lot of time in Colorado, so, you know, kind of didn't get the fan love that he should have gotten. Because back when, you know, the Rockies started their franchise, and so they didn't have a huge fan base by then. But he was a great ball player. Another Lee Smith. Another Dwayne Ward. Steve Avery. Good ball player for a few years with the Braves. They had a real good young team back then. I picked up Maddox, I think, in what, 93? Had Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz, Avery. I mean, those guys were all studs. And they dealt Avery to the Daryl Boston. Dealt Avery to the Red Sox, I believe, first. And then you really never heard of them ever anymore. That's back when the Red Sox weren't a great team. And the Braves were, so you heard a lot about those Braves players because they were all playing good. Come on. Gosh, see how hard these things are to get open, guys? Man. Make sure we don't damage those corners. Frank Thomas, right there. Bam! Centered. Nice. Top to bottom, too. Sweet. Nice card. Nice card there, everybody. We got us a Frank. I've seen, I think, 2 or 3 pulled from certain boxes. Centering's almost perfect. I think this is close enough to where it could be a 10 with that centering. So I'm going to set him aside over here. And we're going to put him in a sleeve here in a little bit. Ken Oberkfell. So let's cross our fingers we get more because I'm not trying to be greedy. I just want all of the a bunch of Frank Thomases. There's an Edgar Martinez, and he's centered pretty well too. I might take a look at getting him graded too. Early Edgar Martinez. I'm trying to tell if this corner is slightly touched. This one too, maybe. He might not get a 10. He might get an 8 in those corners. I mean, you guys probably can't tell, but I'm gonna just try to show you anyways. They're just, it's hard to tell. There's just a little something I can see. It's hard to show you even on here. I mean, it's really, anybody that's inexperienced would look at that and say that card's gem mint. But I look at it, and I've been doing this for a long time, so, I don't ever want to call myself a super expert in anything. But I've been doing it for a long time, and I know what they look for. And on that card right there, it looks great, but it's under 15 times magnification. Those corners are going to look, and it's just because of the packaging and stuff. Just from sitting on the back of the pack, maybe just not handled. I mean, it could have just been cut that way. Who knows? Anyways, another Randy Johnson off centered again. Johnson's, that's going to be a tough one to get graded. 10 if I can't find one that's... And 2 in the same pack, and this one is slightly better, but just slightly. So 2 Randy Johnsons in the same pack. I was just sitting here thinking, how many Randy Johnsons can I possibly get to get graded? I already found 2, and then boom, another one, a third one in the same pack. That's okay though, because we really want... I just really need the Frank Thomases to be good looking. And I'm hoping for some nice Larry Walker rookies too. I really think that he's going to be a Hall of Famer someday. I really think he is. He spent so many years in Colorado and Montreal that it's just kind of like he was just never like on a team that just. Bryn Smith's a good signer through the mail. Brian Smith. He was just always overshadowed by just, essentially foreign teams. Montreal really was foreign. I mean, it was in Canada. But in Colorado, just a new team that just didn't get a lot of hobby love when he was there. Same thing with Todd Helton. I mean, Todd Helton was a superstar baseball player, and he should definitely be a Hall of Famer, I believe, too. I mean, he played in one of the toughest cities to play in, at thin air. Ron Darling, real nice guy. Met him a bunch of times. Oral Hershiser, great commentator, along with Ron Darling. Yeah, thin, rocky air. I think Colorado was a hitter's ballpark. But anyways, what do I know? Helton, I think will get into Hall of Fame. Another Randy Johnson, and it's off-centered again, top to bottom. There's Galarraga. Not horrible, just slightly off left to right, a little more than I like, as you can see. Yeah, I think that I really think that Larry Walker and Todd Helton will both get in the Hall of Fame. I want to know what you guys think. You think they'll get in the Hall of Fame? What about the Big Cat Galarraga? I mean, he was a great ball player. I mean, he had a lot of great years. I mean, he's at least a borderline Hall of Famer, but I mean, if you're going by the numbers, he was great, though. He was a really good ball player. When I was a kid, I only opened up a couple of these packs. I remember I had pneumonia when I was younger. Was it pneumonia? Yeah, pneumonia. I had pneumonia when I was in the hospital, and my mom went down and bought me at a card shop. She went down and bought me these. I told her, oh, there's these great cards, and they're brand new, and they're really rare, and so on and so forth. And she went down and she bought me a couple packs. Here's Dave Justice rookie. That one's centered pretty well, but the top left-hand corner's got a little issue. So do the rest of the cards behind it, unfortunately. Sometimes you can smooth them down, but this one just, it doesn't want to stay. It might get a 9 maybe, but I don't want to spend a lot of money getting a Justice rookie graded 9. You know, I don't think I'm going to get my money back if it comes back a 9. I might make my money back if I'm lucky, find a die-hard collector, but you know, when you can buy a 10 of that, probably pretty reasonable. You know, a lot of guys aren't going to want to, they're not going to be chasing 9s. If you can spend 10 more bucks and get a 10 maybe. But I don't know what that one goes for. Lee Smith. I don't know if that one goes for a 9 or a 10, so. Mark Carrion, I liked him with the Mets. Jack Morris off-centered again. This is similar to the first pack I got with the Morris and the Keith Hernandez. I think that's the third Lee Smith we got too. So 4 Randy Johnsons, 3 Lee Smiths. So far I've technically only got 2 cards set aside for grading. With the exception of that Justice, which I may look at a couple more times. Dutch, rest in peace. John Franco, love him. Edgar Martinez. Another Frank Thomas. Yeah! Slightly off-centered, but you know what? I'll get it graded anyways because it even in a 9, I'll make a few bucks on it, so I'll set that one aside. Slightly off-centered left to right on that one though. Dave Martinez, manager of the Nationals, the world champions. Alright guys, 2 Frank Thomases. That's great. And the reason why we're getting lucky probably is because this is only a 264 card set. So, you got 36 packs and 15 cards per pack. So, your odds are getting, the odds are with perfect correlation of getting 1.5 complete sets. So, and I don't think these things had super perfect correlation. That Edgar's not bad. Still slightly off-centered, so I'm going to pass on him, I think. Yeah. He's just a little bit too much. Yeah, I don't think these things had very good correlation because, like I said, I've already pulled 4 Randy Johnsons, and I don't think I'm even halfway through the box yet. 3 Lee Smiths, you know, I mean, I'm not going to complain at all about it, especially if I pull multiples of Frank Thomas, which I already have. Another Daryl Boston. Another Mike Sharperson. I think I paid $50 for this box. If anybody's wondering. No, I think I got it for 40. I think I factored it in for 40 bucks. I bought those 6 boxes. I paid 200 bucks for 6 boxes. I got the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band. That old box. I got the 79 '79 Star Trek movie box. I got the 293 Upper Deck Baseball Series 2 with the Jeter rookies, and I got the Series 1 and Series 2 of this. So, I mean, you can really factor them all in. There's Ozzie Canseco, Jose's brother, twin brother. Big beast just like his brother. I could probably figure these all in for about 3 for $100, 33 bucks a piece, because all those boxes are that's a good price for any of them, 33 bucks a piece. The Star Wars, the '79 Star Wars box, or Star Trek, I'm sorry. Even the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, that's like a 75 or 76 box. It's complete, and it's, you know, it's a pretty cool box. I'd pay 30 bucks for it any day. John Crucky. Hojo, my man, Hojo! Shout out to Dan at Hard Rock Cards, Howard Johnson, man. What a great picture. I always loved Hojo. He was basically my favorite Met when I was growing up. I met him 3 times, I think. Larry Walker rookie, nice. Nice, pretty well centered, slightly off, but we may put him in the pile anyways. Because I think he's a future Hall of Famer. Joe Girardi. I might even get that Hojo graded just because I love Hojo. And that'll look cool. That's a cool picture too. Look cool up on my desk, you know, on one of those little card stands or something. Okay. Terry Mulholland, Mark Davis, Keith Miller, another decent off the bench guy. Galarraga, slightly off centered again. It's hard to pull. Well, yeah. As you guys can see, there's just not a lot of stars in this set. I mean, this set is really basically carried by that Frank Thomas rookie. Maybe the Walker rookie, because these are just, like, you see, I'm getting tons of bums. Tons of bums in this set. Billy Ripken. There's a Nolan Ryan no-hit king. Slightly off-centered, so it's not going to get a 10. Probably come back a 9. So I probably won't get that one graded. I'm just going to leave it in the pile. Yeah, it's got something on it. You know, I take some pictures. I take my sister, her professional camera, to the games when I go to games, like the Mets games, or I go out to the Rockies games when they're playing like the Mets and stuff. And I try to get great pictures of players and stuff, different angles of the field, and I think I get great pictures. And I'm very, very particular about the pictures, you know, 'cause I want them to look great. Now, for example, I get pictures of everything from the batting, the pitching, blah, blah, blah. But I get them running up the base because sometimes it's a cool picture. But, like, for example, like, if I was making baseball cards, I don't know that I would use... Like, I look at pictures all the time, and I just think some of these pictures are just stupid. Like, look at that. You can tell that's Paul Gibson doing a pickoff move. But I'd rather see him in his wind-up or holding the ball, getting set, you know. And in batting, you know, like look, you don't get to see a lot of his face, you know. Like, that's a decent picture right there, you know. But I always think that a lot of the pictures on baseball cards are just horrible. You know, like, look at that. You can barely see the guy's face. I mean, the angle of the picture is just horrible, I think. I see so many pictures where guys just look... I'm like, that's a horrible picture. I would never put that on a baseball card. And the same goes for, like, Hall of Famers and stuff. I'm like, why would that be your picture like that? Like, look, that's just not a great picture. You know? And look at how blurry that one is. That one's just so blurry. Like, that's the only thing I have a problem with on 1990 Leaf is the picture quality. Like, just Dwayne Ward, like, you know, kind of in the middle of his follow-through. You know? Those are just, the pictures are just horrible. Another Randy Johnson. That's my 5th one. And it is also off-centered. Unfortunately. I just always was, I'm always critical on the pictures because I like to take great pictures, you know, that are something that you would hang up in your room. And like I said, the last game I took over 7,000 pictures. It was 3-game series against the Mets, Rockies and Mets. And I'll tell you what, I got some bad pictures, that's for sure, but I was shooting for good pictures, and I'm not going to print out the ones that come out stupid, or you can't see someone's face and blah, 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 unless it's like a cool picture of 2 guys talking, and you see their names and their numbers. I don't know. And one of these days I'll show some of those pictures off when I go through them all and finish doing it, but like this, like he's just like taking a sign right there down at the third base coach or something, or first base coach, and I mean, you know, it's like he's in the middle of a thought. Like Rich Gadman, you know, you got to show a little more of his face, you know, get a better picture. Anyways, I'm always just critical about the pictures. I think that these companies could do a lot better with the picture choosing. I swear, these guys, they send them out to the stadiums or spring training, and they just get a picture and that's it. And like, okay, I got a picture of Joe Schmo. All right, let's get out of here. We got to go to the next one. I know it takes time to take pictures of everybody, but the least they can do, Yogi, least they can do is you know, take a minute and just, you know, make an attempt at a good one. You know, I don't know if you guys agree or not, but like when I see pictures that they use when a guy's swinging and you can see that he's missing the ball, like he's missing the pitch. Like, why would you make a baseball card of a guy swinging at a pitch and missing? It's just kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of belittling of the man. You know, major leaguer, and you take a picture of him with his missing the ball. Hey, Justice rookie. That one's not too bad from here. I can tell a little bit of something going on in that corner again. Probably not going to get that one graded. Matt Noakes. This guy, he's a beast. He's a good ball player for a little while. Trade back, he signs through mail. Jim Eisenreich, I always noticed how muscular his neck was. It was always veiny and bulgy when he was hitting. Anyways, guys, sorry I went on a tangent there and a freaking rabbit hole on the photos, but if you ever just take your packs and your cards and you look at them, look at how many stupid pictures there are in your cards, you know? It's just a lot of stupid ones. Look at that. Offerman, he's off-centered too, so we won't get him graded. Alright, guys, I think there are 8 packs left here. Ugh, man, it's so tough pulling these things apart. I swear the glue, or it's not even glue, I think it's just more of a heat seal on these packs. It's so tough. Hey, another nice Hojo. Another Larry Walker. Okay, that one looks pretty centered. Corners look a lot nicer. That one's a definite slab candidate, providing the back looks as good as the front. Nice Girardi early card. There's a Nolan Ryan. That one's, well, it's got a little something going on with the corner up here, as you guys can maybe see. Slight bend in the corner, but you probably can't see it that way. Anyways, yeah, that's not gonna pan out there. Maybe, I don't know. Check the back, these gray borders here too. You can maybe see there in the corner now. Come on, gosh, sorry guys. Right there, you see that corner? Not going to be a Gem Mint 10. So we're going to put him back in the stack. my autofocus back on. Okay. Sorry guys, I almost feel like I sound whiny in this video, man, sorry. I think I'm just still annoyed because I tried opening that 93 Upper Deck box with the Jeter rookies, and they just came out sticking, and I'm just bugged by it. You know, it drives me nuts because you know, Jeter's my favorite player, and I like collecting his rookies and hoarding them and so on and so forth, and having something to leave my kids. You know, that meant something to me that they could, you know, probably sell, whatever. I don't care if they sell them. If they'd rather have money than the cards, that's fine. You know, some people leave their kids money, some people leave their kids a house, some people leave them land. I'm going to leave mine, my kids, you know, hopefully nearly a 7-figure collection of cards, but hopefully at least well into the 6 figures. Off-centered. I mean, right now it's my collection's worth well into the 6 figures, which, you know, it's not $1 million, but it's at least a fair amount into the 6 figures. I have certain collections of things alone that are that their separate collections alone are worth in the low 6 figures, or lots of things, groups of things that I've been buying over the years and saving. A lot of it's, you know, vintage unopened wax. And another thing is a big publication collection I bought, an old publication collection that starts like in the 30s, and it's like all, you know, I have like all the Super Bowl programs from number 3 on up to like 2014. You know, and they're not worth a ton individually, but, you know, piece them out. If you can get, you know, $10 for a lot of them, and then you know, some of them go into the hundreds, like that number 3 issue where Namath predicted they were going to win the Super Bowl. That's a good one, the 67. That's a good Super Bowl program. It's just a famous Super Bowl, you know. And they're all in like mint condition too. Like the guy I got them from, well, actually it was a guy who passed away. I bought the estate of that stuff. He was very particular about condition, so, you know, people he left the estate to, you know, because he collected cards, you know, he left them, you know, they probably got well over $100,000 for the stuff that he had, and that wasn't even, and that was selling a lot of it to dealers. Like, if they would have pieced that stuff out, like, I missed out on complete set. He had complete sets from 50 to the, let's see, right up to the probably 2012, 13, and Kirk from Kurt's Cards up in Denver, he came out and bought 55 through 80 sets. That's baseball, basketball, and football, and they were cherry condition. And he, but he bought them for dealer prices. You know, he paid him like $65,000. And from what I understand, this man, his name was Forrest, he sold 52, 53, and 54 some years before to pay for a surgery he needed to have. But anyway, so like, I mean, he had, you know, 52 on up sets. Kevin Maas, man, imagine chasing him back in the day. That's the first one we got in the last pack. But anyways, his name was Forrest. May he rest in peace. I went in and bought the rest of the stuff, and unfortunately, like usual, I get the leftovers on these collections, but it's all good. I got tons of stuff out of there, tons of sets, like everything from 81 and up, plus I got tons of minor league sets that went back to the 60s. So I got some good ones, like the Pacific Coast League ones. I didn't get the International League on the East Coast, but I got like the ones with like the Ricky Henderson. I got the 2012 Salt Lake Bees with the Mike Trout, and then, you know, and everything in between. I got tons of Kellogg sets from the 70s and stuff the guy must not have wanted, but I did really good because I got a lot of the early ones graded, and I got lots of Gem Mint 10s. So anyways, guys, That's it for this video. I don't want to bug you anymore. I've just talked way too much. Here's a couple, the 2 Thomases we pulled. The one on the right looks slightly better centered. I don't know. They might both get 9s. The one on the left is better top to bottom and 60-40 left. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get them graded and you guys will find out. So I'll do a PSA reveal. So I pulled those. I think I got like the 1 Winfield, 1 Larry Walker, and maybe 1 Dave Justice. So maybe a total of 4 cards that I'll get graded here. So, all right, guys. There's all the carnage. Because it's not going anywhere, and there's a whole bunch of the packs and stuff. And there's a bunch of other crap from breaks I did. All right, you guys have a great day. If anybody's interested in this Yogi Berra puzzle, I'm pretty sure I'll have a complete puzzle here. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy your day. Later.